Today we're taking a look at these NBA matches, which are happening on Sunday, June 5, 2022, and giving you match breakdowns, betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes, let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos, and if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. Multiple plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 500 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting picks that ends up costing you a lot of money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks. Going back to our video, we will give you 2 betting picks for each game, a team pick and a total pick based on facts and detailed explanation. So make sure to watch our videos till the end so you don't miss any of our picks. Golden State Warriors vs Boston Celtics. Our team pick is Golden State Warriors, -4. And here is why. That same splash brother magic that usually turns Steph Curry and Klay Thompson into three-point machines transferred over to the Celtics. Boston shot 21 of 41 from beyond the arc for an absurd 51.2%. If you're a Celtics fan, you're cheering on the fact that the explosion came from the role players Al Horford, Derek White and Marcus Smart. Of course, Jaylen Brown came up big as well. But Jason Tatum only scored 12 points in the opener, and Boston still won the game in lopsided fashion. That should be a major confidence booster heading into the rematch. This could end up being one of those 40-point scoring nights from the Celtics star forward that ultimately puts them over the top. Boston's defenders need to remain glued to Curry and force the ball out of his hands. They did a better job of cramping his space and forcing passes towards the latter half of Game 1. Al Horford led the way with a team-high 26 points on 9 of 12 shooting. Jaylen Brown added 24 points with 7 rebounds and 5 assists. Derek White provided the spark off the bench with 21 points, while Jason Tatum chipped in with 12 points and 13 assists. As a team, the Celtics shot 50% from the field and a sizzling 21 of 41 from the three-point line as they did their best to hang in the contest despite being down by 15 points in the third quarter, which paid off as they exploded for 40 points in the fourth quarter thanks to a late barrage from Horford, who finished with 6 three-pointers. Tatum had a rough shooting night as he shot just 3 of 17 from the field, but he kept his teammates involved with his 13 assists. Klay Thompson's 15 points wasn't good enough. And Jordan Poole's 9 points weren't even close to being good enough. This series can't just be about Steph Curry. Otto Porter Jr. had a nice night in Game 1 with 4 three-pointers for 12 points off the bench. He played less minutes than Poole and still outscored the Warriors' young burgeoning guard. Granted, this was Poole's first appearance on the NBA Finals stage, and he's still growing at this point in his career. But the Warriors need him to be the same player he's been throughout these playoffs to knock off the Celtics. The biggest concern for the Warriors is Jason Tatum turning on the fireworks and joining the party on Sunday. It's obvious that an elite playmaker like Tatum isn't getting held to only 12 points in back-to-back games. But it's also obvious the Celtics won't be shooting 51.2% from three-pointer in back-to-back games, either. The Warriors have championship mettle, and they'll come out red hot and firing on the Celtics in this game. They've had multiple days to sit on that fourth quarter collapse in Game 1, and they'll have the appropriate response in the rematch. They were dead even on the boards despite being the undersized team, and they clearly managed to frustrate Tatum defensively. The Warriors are the second best defensive team in the league behind Boston. So this wasn't simply a case of Tatum having an off night. Golden State deserves a lot of credit for making the game tough on the star forward. They'll reap the benefits of their defensive success in this game, with the Celtics coming back down to earth with their shooting percentage. Curry will have another strong outing against the Celtics, but even his performance will be eclipsed by either Klay Thompson or Jordan Poole. Expect one of those two offensive snipers to have a huge bounce-back game. It's hard to envision the Warriors dropping the first 2 games of the series on their home floor. So I'm laying the points and rolling with Golden State in this one. Our total pick is over 215.5 runs. And here is why. The Golden State Warriors will be hoping for a better performance after their shock loss to the Celtics in Game 1. Stephen Curry drained 7 three-pointers to lead the team with 34 points and 5 assists. Andrew Wiggins added 20 points, while Klay Thompson chipped in with 15 points. As a team, the Warriors shot 44% from the field and 19 of 45 from the three-point line as they poured in 38 points in the third quarter to build a 15-point lead, only to get blown out by 40-16 in a nightmarish fourth quarter to lose big in the end. Draymond Green had a rough night as he scored just 4 points on 2 of 12 shooting, and the Warriors got next to nothing from their bench as Jordan Poole scored just 9 points on 2 of 7 shooting, so we could see more minutes for Otto Porter Jr. who drained 4 three-pointers to finish with 12 points in his first game back. Boston looked like they would drop Game 1 entering the fourth quarter, and many thought garbage time could be used. The Celtics were down 12 entering the fourth and then outscored Golden 40-16 in the fourth to cruise to a win. Boston was led by Al Horford who dropped 26, while Jaylen Brown chipped in with 24 and Derek White added 21. Jason Tatum also had a double-double with 12 points and 13 assists, but had a terrible shooting performance. Boston is now 8-2 on the road in the playoffs following the Game 1 win. Everything was going right for Golden State until it wasn't on Thursday night. The Warriors were defending Tatum well and knocking down their shots, but when the fourth quarter hit, they couldn't defend at all, and they began forcing bad shots. They were led by Steph Curry who dropped 34, while Andrew Wiggins had 20 and Klay Thompson had 15. Off the bench, Otto Porter Jr. had 12 in his return from injury. Draymond Green, Kevin Looney, and Jordan Poole all had disappointing performances as they had just 4, 4, and 9 points, respectively. The Warriors will now have to regroup after their first opening game loss in any playoff series this year. In Game 1, the over was 213.5, and after the offensive showing it has gone up 2 more points, but I still like the over here. Boston plays at a slow pace as they play at a pace of 99 which ranks 24th, but in Game 1, they were forced to play at a faster pace due to Golden State knocking down threes at a high clip. That will likely happen again in Game 2, as I expect Thompson and Poole to have a good showing here and knock down some threes. Tatum also struggled to shoot the ball, and if he knocks down shots that will only help add more points as in Game 1, he only had 12 points, and the game still had 228 points, so take the over here. Disclaimer, no financial advice. The information on this channel is provided for education and informational purposes only, without any express or implied warranty of any kind, including warranties of accuracy, completeness, or fitness for any particular purpose. The information contained in or provided from or through this channel is not intended to be and does not constitute financial advice, investment advice, trading advice, or any other advice. The information on this channel and provided from or through this channel is general in nature and is not specific to you, the user, or anyone else. You should not make any decision, financial, investment, trading, or otherwise, based on any of the information presented on this channel without undertaking independent due diligence and consultation with a professional broker or financial advisory.